So wow, I mean, I wasn't anticipating a beta drop before the early access. It was in the pipeline and it was planned, but I thought with 9 days to go to early access, I thought that they may not drop it, but they have done it and I'm super happy. They've also added 2 dinosaurs, which you've just seen at the beginning. So we have the Brachiosaurus and we have the Iguanodon, which if you take a look at its feet, they are just absolutely fantastic. Okay, so we're in the menu now. This is the brand new menu design that they've dropped on the beta update. So what we'll do, we'll go into create a new park here. You've got the option to load, which luckily you can still load your previous parks that you created in the game. So I didn't lose any of the other builds that I've been doing recently, but you've also got different options here as well. So you've got 2 maps. You've got the Scrubland, which is based in Spain, and then you've got Temperament, which is based in the United Kingdom. You can see the globe here. I'm guessing this looks very similar to the Planet Zoo planet, where you've got all your avatars and friends on the map. So I'm guessing that you are going to have different areas added around, which I think will be really nice. Oh, you can move it, look at that, fantastic. So that would be a really nice touch. So you've got difficulty options. You can see here, you can change these into from easy to hard, which as you can see down here, allows you to unlock different dinosaurs depending on the difficulty that you select. You've got sandbox mode, which for me is my absolute favorite. You're given the full creative freedom at your hands. You've got the option down here to have maybe Tycoon, which I'm guessing may be giving you kind of like a very similar to a franchise. I'm going to guess with that, and you're going to have like options to kind of go along. Maybe you've got things that are limited and things that aren't limited. But if we look at the sandbox or the creative mode here, you can see we've got options to use money unlimited. We can untick that, give ourselves $1 million, or we can have unlimited. We can go down to science points, which is what you need to unlock the dinosaurs with. You can also have that unlimited as well, which is fantastic. Infinity power, which again, another great touch there. You've got infinity structure durability. You've got unlock all research. These are already ticked, but I'm guessing you can see they're there, but they're grayed out. But you will have the option probably to select these yourself with your own choice. Down here as well, we've got animal welfare, which has been updated in the game, which we'll cover very shortly and have a little overview on that. You've got animal deaths, you've got animal illness, animal aging, and the animal dung, which again, this is the scenario with the poo, which was meant to be dropped a little while ago, but they've now added it in, and there's a really nice, I never actually thought I'd say this, but the poo looks fantastic, and the way it works is really cool. You've got unlock all dinosaurs. Again, if you're using the creative mode in the sandbox, you want complete freedom. That is probably the best thing you're going to have here, is unlock all dinosaurs at your disposal to create and add anything you want into there. So what we'll do now, we'll jump straight into a sandbox. We'll go straight into the game where you see it from the beginning, and we'll build our first habitat straight away to see what they've changed and added into it. So this is what you're greeted with as soon as you come into your beginning of your park. This is in the Temperament in the United Kingdom, so I'm just going to set the daytime to midday roughly. There we go. And so you've got the start of your park. You can see here you've got a nice little entrance here. I think it looks really nice actually. You've got the guests that come through here, and then you've got the turnstiles here where you make some money from your guests and they come into your park. So what we're going to do, we're going to build a habitat. I'm going to quickly build that and show you the necessities that you need and the things that have changed. Okay, so here in front of you see the best habitat you've ever seen in your life, a lovely square habitat. And the first thing I've noticed that's changed here is you have got a option here where it's, well, not an option, a sign telling you that you need to add water into your habitat. So what you'll do, you'll come down here, you'll have a little look, you'll grab the water. We don't want that much, do we? Okay, so we'll just place that down there and that disappears. So now you've got water in there. It just gives you a little helping tip to, obviously, when you're creating your habitat for your dinosaur, to tell you what you need and what you're going to have to add in there for your certain dinosaurs. Now once the habitat is built, if you click on it with the left button on your mouse, you can see here you've now got the enclosure like exhibit score. So you're going to have a certain score depending on the dinosaur that you've got in there, and you've got the welfare for the dinosaurs. So you're now actually going to have to cater to the dinosaurs and look after them and have them at a really nice environment. So on the right hand side of the screen here, you now have full welfare of the habitat itself. You can see here, you're going to have a score based on the dinosaur that you've got inside of it. What I'll do now, I'll add in the dinosaur and I'll just quickly speed through and we'll get straight on to see what changes in that menu. Voila, so we have the dinosaurs in there. We have the Iguanodon. I just had to choose that because it looks absolutely fantastic. Oh, it's going to do a little stand for us. Go on. Make a noise. Please. Oh, that is just absolutely fantastic. Okay, so if we click on the habitat, you can see here, score 800, fantastic. Visibility 100, I'm guessing that's because of the fence, so you've got a nice clear view for the guests. Total animal rating 800, so that's based on the type of animal that you've got inside of the habitat. Down here you're going to have penalties, so you've got visible dung. This is where they're going to be pooping, and they've got dung beetles to kind of come along and take care of that for you. You are going to have options to completely clear that out. You can refill your feeders. You can like clean the exhibit. Now I was hoping there were going to be like staff that would come along and maybe clean this up for you, but that isn't obviously implemented yet at all. And again, I'm not 100% sure if that will be down the line, but if it is, it will be fantastic. You've got backstack animals, which is going to tell you that these animals will be prone to diseases, which again is a really good thing. So you've got some nice micromanagement options in the game as well. Now within this pane up here, you've got the habitat button. If you click on that as well, you can see the options, the area they've got, how large it is. So it's telling you that's pretty acceptable. It's got 2,500 square meters. The crowding is 52%. So that would probably change if I added in more dinosaurs. It's telling you the biome that they need, the nature within that. And it's also going to tell you what they need. So they obviously need more forest. They need some water as well. So what I'll do, I'll speed through quickly, show you that as well, and just sort of cater for them and see how this menu here changes. So I missed it having a poo-poo, but they kind of stop and they do have a little poo. And what you'll see here, oh, it's going to sleep in it, fantastic. So yeah, they have a poo, and you'll soon see some dung beetles come out of here, and they'll start taking care of that. Yeah, as I was saying before, I never really thought poo would look really that good, but it's humongous. But they do look slightly different depending on the animal as well, so it's nice to know that they do poo, and those dung beetles will come out and take care of that for you. And again, as I mentioned before, you have got the option within the habitat to have that cleared here. It's going to cost me $10,700 to get rid of that. I think I'd rather go in there and scoop it myself. At that price, but no, it's a nice option. But I did notice as well, if you go onto the feeder and then you go down, I believe it's double click onto that, you can see here, send keeper to refill. So as I was mentioning earlier, I think there is an implementation of staff that will be added in that will be able to cater for these scenarios as well. So coming away from the dinosaurs for a moment, we're going to look at the new modular pieces that they've added into the game. You've got 4 new items. You've got a 1x1, a 1x2, a 1x4, and also a pillar item added as well. These again, as always, are customizable, so if you bring up the menu, you can see you can completely change these to any style you want. And again, you've got that freedom to choose and obviously change the color as well. You can see here anything you like, which is a really nice little touch. These items here will really help out in building those smaller parts, and obviously when you've got the pillars here, they're going to add some nice depth to the structures of your buildings. Now they've also added in 3 new fences, so I'll just show you an example here, placing these down. I love the way that you can see, if we're getting a little bit closer actually, you can see how they kind of completely change as you're stretching them out, which again is a really nice touch. You can place them along, they snap. If you press the C button, you've got the option to curl, which again, very, very nice. But again, I'll place down the next one as well, so I'll do that behind it as it's slightly larger. You can see there, and then we'll go for the super duper large one just behind it, like that. And we'll just come out and see. So yeah, you can see it there. You've got these nice things. Now, as you can see there, you come in and out. Now, one thing I've noticed within the game, they've kind of reduced the render distance of many items, not just these fences themselves, but the whole entire park. So like the trees over here, they've lost some resolution, and as you zoom in, you can see how they change. Now, this is purely for a performance boost in terms of playing the game, because I did find that even running the game with a RTX 3090, that I was experiencing some lag in certain scenarios, especially in a part that was being built quite extensively. So this is just going to help these lower end computers run a little bit better, but it's a little bit disappointing that when you come out and they kind of completely change on these fences, you can see this one kind of keeps a bit of its structure. Again, it's you see that? Look, and it's still not rendered in, and there it has. So I hope they do improve on that, but again, I think it's to benefit the player to enjoy it more and just to have that better performance, because it's, you know, it's nice to have the graphics, but it's also nice to have that nice performance when you're playing. So these are the new trees. We've got 4 paper birch type of trees, and I've added this one in here, which is a Norfolk pine. It's a very miniature version. I don't know if that was added in or not, but I've never spotted it, so it's just down there, you can see. But yeah, these 4 new trees, very common British tree that we find. They are lovely trees, I think, and they do have a great selection of trees within the game. If you take a look down here, it's a really nice option for you to change what, depending on the biome that you're in or want to create. Again, I really love tropical trees myself, and you've got all these options. You've got wonky ones as well, even more wonky ones. You've got the little kind of these there we go, the even tiny tropical trees as well. So yeah, the trees added into the game is another nice little touch, and I'm just guessing as well that there will be even more added on down the line. And saying that, I found a few more down here. You've got the home oak 1 and 2 and 3, so they've added a few more, so you've got variations in the same type of tree, which is a very, very nice touch. You can see here, slightly different. So although you can change these yourself and completely resize them, and well, that looks a bit silly, you can completely resize them, but you've just got that more customization, that if you was to use the brush option here, for instance, and say you wanted the paper birches, select these, and you've got a variation of the same tree, but just looking slightly different. Moving on to prefabs here, we can have a look at some of the new items they've added into the game. This one here, you've got some nice guttering going on here, bit of detail as well, so this is a really nice touch. You've got a nice little window inside. You've got the detail inside. You can see I didn't mow the lawn, hence the grass coming through, but yeah, you can see it's a really nice kind of detailed environment here. Even like a little garage where they come through, fantastic. We come over here as well, you've got these trees, like kind of like sitting areas. There's a few variations of these. I've only planted one down, but you've got a few variations with different trees and different stone types going around. You've got this brand new giant kind of hammock for the larger dinosaurs, I'm guessing. And over here as well, you've got a fantastic stables. I really like this, it's a really nice touch. A little wheelbarrow there with some detail inside, looks really nice. And just the way the gates come in, and yeah, it's just a really, really nice touch, and it looks fantastic, I think. But yeah, you've got a few more, so if you're not a big fan of kind of building your own kind of buildings and structures, you have plenty available for you. Some of these are in the game before, like this one, which is for the larger dinosaurs. Again, if you come inside, it's not just a box, you've got added detail in there as well to give it that bit of realism. In here, this is a really nice hammock. You could throw like a nice kind of outdoor party in here. It's a nice little environment under here as well. So these are nice little prefabs you've got other buildings like staff areas, like canteens or like cafes, and restaurants and things as well that you can add into the game. So if you're not one for building, these are really, really good prefabs for you to use. So there it is, guys, a quick little update on the new beta that was dropped earlier, and I just thought I'd finish off by putting in the Brachiosaurus up against the Camarasaurus, which I already thought was majestic, and then when you set your eyes on that majestic beast next to it, it makes this thing look really, really cute. Look at it, a little tiny dinosaur, humongous dinosaur. But yes, guys, I hope you enjoyed it. I hope you look forward to playing it in 9 days' time. I do believe you're going to absolutely love it, and I hope you do. So thank you for stopping by, thank you for watching, and I'll catch you very soon. See you later, bye bye.